I have been telling myself, I'll do it next month, I'll do it next month, and this has been 2 years straight. Hand me a lazy man. Technically, the new year has just begun. I have a name I love the most. Born on the day mankind first inhaled. I lie dormant, quiet, hidden in shade, but hand me a lazy man, fearful or strained, and watch, I come alive. By design, I invade. What is my name? Happy New Year. So it's a New Year's resolution, a way for us to really start at fresh and prime ourselves to achieve the things that we want to achieve, or is waiting for that date, that new beginning, another way to procrastinate. So the first story is about Lucy. She wants to get in shape, eat well, lose some weight, and she's tried so many diets, and now she's on a number 6th diet, and she really had to pimp this diet. We're going to see what happened. And the second story is about Ola, who is looking for his soulmate, right? He's looking for that perfect woman, that perfect person. And he goes on Tinder. He actually finds her, but finding her leads him to therapy. I sit sluggishly chewing on my raw grain. A new year, another diet, another battle with food. This time, I'm resolved. I read somewhere that slow, mindful eating is supposed to make you feel fuller faster, help you recognize satiety. So I focus on the taste of spinach, the crunch of lettuce. Satiety, that's my elusive enemy. I don't know where enough lives. I just keep eating, unsure of what it feels like to be genuinely satisfied. This is diet number 6. The first left me starving at night. The second made me feel like I'm on medication, carrying around bottles of green sludge everywhere I went. The third, I was definitely becoming a bird, feeding on grains only. I can't even remember the fourth one anymore. And the fifth, the warrior all-protein diet, left my wallet gasping. Now I've pimped this plan, tailoring it to fit my access to grains, which feels like a never-ending challenge. First, there's organic versus genetically modified. Then the pesticides and the cruelty of farm labor. Food is now a complex region. So what change are you dedicated to in this new year? So New Year's resolution is the promise to oneself to take the opportunity of this new beginning to do something different, right? Me personally, I've had this storage filled with fashion products from my previous fashion business that I have not emptied. And I have been telling myself, I'll do it next month, I'll do it next month. And this has been 2 years straight. I dwell in those chasing perfection's glow, in doubters who seek every flaw, every low, a riddle wrapped in human quest, yet studied, charted with minds obsessed. I am sly, seductive, a master of delay, a thief of ambition that quietly sways. Some try to beat me with knowledge lure. They dig deeper, fall forward, entranced at the core, praying and waiting, bound by my snare, drowning in doubts, yet too wary to dare. What is my name? I had spent hours reading about how to find sustainable food until finally I found an old woman named Mama Ehi, a farm owner with wrinkled hands and worn-out smile. She had agreed to let me plant my veggies alongside hers, a chance for pure greens if I help her around the farm. But this is not the idyllic, earthy experience I had envisioned. My back protests every time I go there, and the work requires physical energy, which I don't seem to have. A combination of skills I wish I could acquire in one night. the cognitive ability to remember which plants need what, stamina to weed properly, and patience to nurture them to harvest. But I have none of this. I just feel punished by this journey towards healthy food. All I wanted was fresh greens, yet here I am, sweating over it, mentally and physically. So I compromise. Frozen greens twice a week, even though they feel like a shortcut that erodes my resolution. My coach says I need to sweat more, that I need more movement, and she sends me apps for body weight training. But whenever I open them, my phone screen pulls me away, dragging me into another internet black hole. Today is some drama about the Trump's presidency. Yesterday, it was a cat who made jokes. These things have nothing to do with me, yet here I am, glued to every sensational story, spiraling, my resolution slipping through my fingers as I mindlessly scroll. And in the end, after an hour wasted, I grab whatever I can from the fridge. Another shortcut. So let's get back to our last story, right? He has found this person, this perfect person, but she actually breaks up the relationship after 6 months because she says, one, Ola is not committed to growth. Two, Ola's idea does not even align with his own values. And three, he's got a baggage he needs to go and fix offload on his own. So what do you think, being like the partner, do you think her leaving and giving him that space to go sort out his own stuff and redefine himself is the best approach? Or if she's really that soulmate, she stays and walks through this process with him? They publish the steps, 7 habits to break, they say. Yet I smirk as they follow, wrapped in defeat, obsessed with mastery, the best they can be. They invite me in unknowingly, but here's my truth, a whisper in rhyme. Stop. Breathe. Just wait. Align. Do what you know. Take that next step, and I will grow bored, disarmed somehow. Why do you think that we clinch to a new year or something new? Is it because we don't have that subjective experience of what that new means? So we do not know what it is. So we always go hopefully expecting it to turn out the way we want. In these modern times, there are so many traps that will keep us stuck, to distract us, make us procrastinate. So how are we going to find tools and practices that will help us really stay grounded, committed, consistent to achieve the things that we want to achieve? Today, though, I force myself to be intentional and I grab only frozen greens. I give myself a pep talk, muttering about discipline as I avoid eye contact with the colorful, sugary labels in there. But then comes the waiting. I stand by the counter as the frozen veggies defrost, battling the urge to open YouTube. Just one quick click. But of course, I'm greeted by an ad, flashing rainbow-colored ice cream dripping in caramel. And there it is, my roommate's ice cream, sitting in the fridge, taunting me with its forbidding sweetness. I bite into it, just one bite, I tell myself, but each taste triggers another. I pace around the apartment, trying to burn calories, trying to make this indulgence count for something. Eventually, I feel calmer, somehow satisfied, and I put the veggies back into the freezer. I'll eat them later. Break is over anyway. Back at work, my smartwatch buzzes. Time for a walk, it prompts, with a cheery little icon. I've scheduled these walks twice a week, but today isn't the day. I flick the alarm off. I'll start again next week. 2 hours later, the watch nudges me again. Breathing exercises before bed. As I wrap up work and try to mentally wind down, a notification pings across the screen. New season of Bridgerton. Of all times, I glance at the date. Technically, the new year has just begun and it's still the holiday seasons. Today is an exception, I decide. I coil up on the couch, grab the remaining ice cream from the fridge, wrap myself in my blanket, remote in one hand. I press play on episode 1.